What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 202. Welcome to Free Agency edition of Birds of Broad Street with your boy Cool Cat Connor, One Trey Rock, Smitty, and Simone. But today we got some special guests on today's show, y'all. So let's welcome to Broad Street one of my brothers from another mother, Mitch Kofsky. What up, Mitch?
What is up, guys? What is up? Couldn't do Cool Cat Mitch. I had to see Monday Night Raw, John Cena's promo. Don't even get me started on that. Cheers. We had a great day. Go Birds.
Yep. And we got my guy somewhere, King DV. What up, King?
What's up? What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody?
Yep. It ain't your usual foursome, but hey, welcome to Broad Street to my brothers from another mothers, and y'all know what to do, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, comment. Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel, all of our channels, me, Simone, One Trey Rock, Smitty, along with my brothers, Mitch Kofsky and King DV. But on this show, y'all, we got this thing called the Word of the Day. The Word of the Day is different. The 2025 Philadelphia Eagles team will look a little bit different than the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles. So, Mitch, what's your thoughts on it? Do you think the 2025 Eagles will look different than the 2024 Eagles? What's your think?
It's going to look different just by the signing we got of Ojulari today. 1 year, $4 million, 24 years old. He had 6 sacks in 11 games. If only he can stay healthy, that's my main gripe. But, hey, he makes this defense a whole lot better, pass rusher, and more athletic, which I really like from this guy. So he's going to look different.
Yep. King, the 2025 Eagles will look different than the 2024 Eagles. What's your reaction to that?
I mean, I don't think all right. So we got more athletic on the edge. The signing of Aziz, and then also Uche tells you that we're moving on. We're really moving on, and we're trying to get Bryce Huff off of the roster. Does look a little different because it's not like the household names and everything like that. But I feel like that we more scarier that way. We got a lot of guys on a 1 year prove it deal. A lot of guys that's trying to fight for roster spots. We're going to have some dogs on this roster. And I think the defense is going to still be that type of energy defense. You're just used to seeing certain guys in the field. And there's a lot of unknowns and unnecessary guys that's on the roster right now. But I know Howie knows what he's doing, man. You know, the guy set up there and made 3 Super Bowl rosters and won 2 of them. So, you know, he had to know what he's doing. He's been killing the draft in recent history. So, you know, he could probably kill a draft, or, you know, he just moves some money around with the Lane Johnson extension. So, you know, it's a lot of things that he's got going on. That's why he told us to be patient, man. And that's what I've been doing, man. I'm not questioning his moves. I'm not questioning anything like that. Was I mad about the CJ Gardner-Johnson thing? Yes, but at the same time, you got to move on from things like that, especially if it's interfering with the locker room and the office, things like that. If it's not working out, then he has to move on. Love what he did and enjoyed what he did for the Super Bowl team, and also both teams. But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is, man. We just got to find another safety, and hopefully Howie pull that move.
Yeah, for me, it's going to look a little bit different because you saw it of all the departures, man. So it's going to look different. But Howie Roseman did say, "What up, E-Wayne? What up, Nina? You know, Nina, every time you show up, girl, I got to play this awesome clip. Where's my button? Where's my button? Here it is. Salute to Nina. Yeah, it's going to look different. Howie Roseman did say, hold on, let me read this. There are 4 to 5 safeties in the draft that are upgrades to CJ Gardner-Johnson. Exactly. And like Howie Roseman said, you got to be patient for this offseason. So before we talk about the moves, I want to get y'all initial grade or reaction to this free agency so far before we talk about the individuals. So, King DV, we'll start with you. Give me a grade for the free agency so far.
I say A-, man. Only because like you can only work with what you can work with, and I feel like that he made some smart decisions, and that's shout out to the coordinators. First things first, because I feel like that he resulted to them to see, and then also he's seeing what the players went through this past season, regardless if we won the Super Bowl or not. You can't keep having Saquon Barkley run for that much. And then also the tush push. They talking about if they should ban it, not ban it. That's why you bring somebody like an AJ Dillon. The kicker is that he's coming off of that stinger in his neck. So you want to see how he looks there. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like that all the moves has been great. Little fill-in spots, little patchwork. For the people that we lost, we already know he's going to lose certain people. We signed Zach Baum back. Mekhi Becton was always 50-50, so I'm not really too concerned about Mekhi Becton. CJ Gardner-Johnson was the one that hurt. I was already done with Slay, even though he was one of my favorite Eagles besides the off-field stuff. But at the end of the day, we already know that how he's going to make this team work, and he wants to sign these young guys. So it's less about the now, but more about the future money-wise. So he had to make certain moves.
Yep, Mitch.
It's not just that, it's the amount of draft picks we have in the next couple of years. Like, we have 20 draft picks in the next 2 years. Name me a GM that can get that many draft picks in a short amount of time. I don't know much of any. So he's really preparing for the future. He's got the team now. He's looking like 5 years ahead, 10 years ahead. He's thinking ahead, which I really like from that. I liked almost every single move we did that we got, but I'll give it like a solid B plus. I'll go with the B plus. I normally had it at a C, but then we got Ojolari and jumped it up.
Yeah, I'm close to a B plus as well. There's to A minus. I'm close to it like an A minus, like King DB.
Yep.
There were some moves that I liked. So there was a moves that is a wait and see. But I'm with you guys. Howie Roseman is building towards the future, like you said. So hold on. Like the pickup of our Dylan and CJ Jackson. Exactly. I like that too. We got 8 all lines and edge. Sure, we can find in rotation. And I agree with that. So with that being said, let's talk about Lane Johnson's contract extension. He gets a 1-year deal. So let's talk about that before we talk about anything else. Mitch, your reaction to Lane Johnson getting his contract extension?
It was good. He's the best offensive line in the game today. He's one of the best. You got to secure him. Make sure it's flexible so we can move the pieces around. Lane Johnson is the guy you want to have in this locker room. He's the guy. He's the leader. And we've seen him off the field how bad the Eagles have looked. He's the real glue guy. So with him being extended another year, that's a good signing. But isn't he how old is he again? Like 35? 36? How old is he?
I
think
so.
Lane Johnson he's like 30, 33, 34. I think by the time the contract is up for the extension, he'll be like 35. Let me just double check that.
He's 34. I got it. 34.
Yep.
So I'll take it. I'll take it, definitely.
And what grade would you give that? And what grade would you give that?
I'll give it an A minus. He's the glue guy that we need in this locker room.
Yep. King.
A plus for me because, like Mitch said, he's a glue guy. Plus, that gives more time for either Steen or somebody else to catch up before he bows out, retire, becomes a WWE champion because he wants to do that when he retires. So, I'm just happy that he's getting to stay here at least to 2027 with the guys like Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown and Smitty and guys like that, Saquon. You're just keeping that core together. I just want to see what moves do he make next. You know what I'm saying? What do he extend a Cam Jurgens? Do he extend who else he could extend? He could extend one more person to make some more cap. But I know Cam Jurgens is one of those people. Jordan Davis. That's the other one.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis. He can do that too. So Jordan Davis is probably not too much as of right now. They're probably still negotiating. But at the same time, Cam Jurgens should be the next move to be extended. I like the moves that he's been making, man. He's been smart with the money. He's not trying to trade wildly. He's doing it carefully because you got Goddard and you got Bryce Huff on the trade block. Rumors have it, but at the same time, with the moves that's made here with the off season and then trying to free up some money, I feel like that we're trying to make a big splash either in the safety department or just trying to move up in the draft.
Yep. So I'm with you guys. I'll get the Lane Johnson signing. I'll give it a solid A minus, man. A good salute to the big guy Lane Johnson for getting his contract extension. So let's go ahead and let's talk about. Oh, by the way, Ben Van
Summers.
Yeah,
Submarine?
yeah. Go ahead, King. What's your grade for him and your reaction?
I'm a 50-50 on Ben because remember he got hurt last season, so I need to see where he's at. I need to see. I would have put what's his name, Blessing Game. I would have brought him back.
Right.
Of all that, like I wouldn't have set up there and got him because he went out with an injury. At least the other guy he stayed in all the way to the Super Bowl. We just gotta see where he is, man. To see, I know they like him, but we shall see. I gotta give it. If I had to give it a grade, I'd probably be like C minus because I'm not too sure about the bounce back from the injury.
Right, Mitch.
The injury's a big question mark for me. It's just how is he going to bounce back? So I'm just going to give it a solid C. I'm just going to give it a C. We got to wait and see how he reacts to this injury, how he bounces back.
Right, I'm with you. I'll give it I'll give it a C plus. Like, I'll give it a C plus. So it is what it is. And like y'all said, I gotta see how he looks because, like y'all said, he has been hurt multiple times, right? Yeah,
He's been hurt twice.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. So, like y'all said, I'll give it a C plus as well. So let's go ahead and talk about the free agents that we did sign, which was number one,
Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, the first one. What start us off, King?
Aziz. I mean, we've been looking at him, man. He's 24 years old, man. He's a young guy. We got him on a prove it deal. Hopefully, none of these deals that we like Aziz and Uche, whatever his name is. Hopefully, they're not like Devin White.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We hype about him and everything like that in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, they're not playing him either. So we shall see, man. I just like to see the athleticism, how hungry they are to try to get a contract if they're not going to stay with the Eagles next season, but also seeing what they can do together, along with our young guys and Jelix Hunt and Nolan Smith. So you see those guys, 4 guys working together. I feel like that you can make magic happen. Like I said, Bryce Huff, odd man out. I'm happy about that. But with Aziz, man, I'm happy about it. That's a strong A for me, because it's a opportunity that he probably like it here. Everybody don't want to try to chase the bag, but knowing how young he is and everything like that, we don't know really where his mindset is. But this is a good start. Trying to get back into the mold, after having down years. And that means not making the playoffs and everything. He gets to really now taste the playoff scene and go further and see where it takes him. And hopefully, Vic can unlock something out of him.
Yep. Mitch.
Thank you, Giants. Just thank you, Giants. But seriously, on serious note, great move. I've been looking at him for like a little bit now. I wanted this guy in our locker room. I thought he would be a great talent. It's exactly what we needed. And now with Bryce Huff being on the trade market, we don't have to panic and see, who's going to replace him? What is next going forward? Howie Roseman just locked it up 1 year, $4 million. Perfect.
Yep. For me, I'm giving it like a solid A2. Thank you, Giants. Simple as that. Thank you, Giants. So The next one is Kylan Grayson. So start us off, Mitch. What grade would you give that?
I'll just give it like a solid B. He just Howie Roseman is preparing himself to trade Dallas Goedert. He's putting him on the trade market. He's stacking up the depth and just to see what we can get for Goddard. But he's just stacking up a depth, so I'm gonna give it a B.
Yep. King?
I'm giving this a D plus. Like he's not the answer. He's not the answer. Period, man. I understand. Like we got to have depth back there. It was guys that we had last season that could have been that piece. Grant Calcaterra, all he needed to do was work on his blocking. I don't know why you bring in these guys to try to fill in the void, but I don't think this guy will get the chemistry with Jalen Hurts the way that Dallas Goedert had it, the way that Grant Calcaterra had it. So I wanted them to like have Grant Calcaterra at least at that number one if they got rid of Dallas and they couldn't bring nobody in right away. But I'm giving this a D plus because I don't really think that too much. I know he can block and he can pass. He's an all around tight end, but at the same time, I don't really think that he moves the needle for me. And he doesn't fill that gap with Dallas Goedert. Even though he didn't play, Dallas Goedert didn't play that much, and this is why people want to be off of him. But Kellen Granson, he doesn't really do too much for me. But I know people in the passing game like him because they were with the Colts. So we shall see.
Yep. For me, I'm like a C minus, D plus, like y'all. It's a wait and see for me. So I'm like what up, Rock Artists? So I'm like a C minus, D plus, like y'all. Avery Williams. Talk to me, King. What about him?
This is a sneaky pickup, man. Honestly, because you don't bring Covey back. Covey's not back unless he's going to be on the practice squad. I don't know what's going to happen there, but you don't bring Covey back, and then you try to avoid the gene from doing any kickoffs or punt returns or whatever. So this is sneaky. This is a sneaky pick, man. I say I give this a solid B. I think that he can actually fill that void. It's crazy that we were able to get him for cheap. A lot of people need those kick returners.
Yep. Mitch?
I'll give it like a solid B. I agree with King. It is a sneaky pick, especially with the fact that Brendan Covey is gone. You don't really want Cooper DeJean running back there since he's going to be up in a higher role now. He might even be CB2. Who knows? But I really like this pick. Athletic, good for the punt return, kick return. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'll give it a solid B minus. Brendan Covey ain't coming back, so for me, it's like we need somebody on this position. So I'm with you guys. I'll say a solid B minus. The return of Patrick Johnson, Mitch. He returns to the Philadelphia Eagles. What's your grade and reaction?
I mean, it is what it is. We drafted him just another piece for a linebacker, so I'll take it. Gonna give it a B as well. I mean, welcome back.
Yep. King?
Solid D for me, man. We got rid of him for a reason. I know we couldn't keep all the linebackers and everything like that, but at the same time, we need depth, and hopefully he's familiar with what we got going on here, or he could be going again. I don't feel like that he's going to be a bleach stain on this roster of 2025, but look, we shall see. I could be wrong, but Howie said that he was always looking to break him back. Unfortunately, that's not how it worked, especially because he had so many guys that he wanted to keep. So I give it a solid D until I see something greater out of him, but I don't think that he could be not practice squad, a special teams guy only, and that's okay. We need those type guys. So I give it a D for sure.
Yep. For me, I'll give it a solid C. It is what it is. Welcome back. He might be a special teamer. He might not even be on the team when we get to the 53-man roster. So I'll give it a solid C. Charlie Hutchinson, King. That's his name.
No, that's a Hughley.
Oh,
Charlie Hughley.
Yeah, well, grade him.
The one thing I don't like about the reports that's been coming out since this guy got picked up by us is that they try to blame Jake Elliott's shortcomings in the beginning of the season on the long snapper. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But if this guy can help Jake Elliott get it together, look, I'm all for it. It's a long snapper, man. Like I guess a C, because like it's a long snapper. All you gotta do is throw it between your legs, bro. That's all you gotta do. It's a long snapper.
Yeah. Mitch.
Thank you, Rick Lovato, for everything you've done for the city of Philly. We're gonna miss you. So for this, I'm just gonna give it a C. Long snapper.
Yeah, for me, I'll give it a solid C minus, I guess. A C minus. Adoree Jackson. Mitch, what's your grade for him?
I thought this was a really good move for the Eagles because, Slay is gone. He went to the other side of Pittsburgh. He went other side of PA to Pittsburgh to play with the Steelers. So it's a nice caliber cornerback, a nice CB2 to Quinyon Mitchell. And yeah, I like it. So I'll give it an A minus. I'll give it an A minus.
King?
I'm giving this a solid A, and only because Adoree Jackson is here to challenge Kelly Ringo too. Regardless if he's better and people see him as better than Kelly Ringo, everybody, Christian Parker, Vic Fangio, Nick Sirianni, and Javi Roseman, they all said that Kelly Ringo was ready. But you bring in a guy like that, this means for competition. But also the reason why I give it an A is because Adoree Jackson could play multiple positions. Now you might not bring a guy like Maddox back, so he could actually play behind Coop when Coop gets tired. So he could play that nickel spot for you. You know what I'm saying? And then he also do a little bit of kick return. He can also do that. He was doing that in college, I believe. So he could actually do that. So you get him for multiple positions if needed. So he's a guy that I feel like that's going to stay on the roster. So I give it a solid A, man, because they've been wanting him and they actually got him.
Yep, I'll give it a solid A. It helps with the battle with Kelly Ringo, like you guys said. It also helps with the positions. So I'm with you guys. I'll give that a solid A. Next one, I'll go to AJ Dillon. King, what's your grade for him?
So AJ Dillon is kind of hard to grade because of the injury. He really didn't have a good season since it's been a couple years. I thought that him and who was that? Josh Jacobs was going to actually kill it with Green Bay. But he unfortunately got injured. It could be one or two ways. It could be, they limited him and all that. Hopefully this is not what's the guy that we had from the Seattle Seahawks? Hopefully it's not him. The guy that we had for the Seahawks is 23. Yeah.
Rashad Penny?
Yeah. Hopefully it's not like a guy like that. But it could be also somebody needed a fresh start behind the offensive line that would get him out of harm's way. So all he got to do is start breaking tackles with the safeties and the defensive backs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it right now. I'm gonna give it a B minus because like Marina said, I think that he is a solid RB2. But then also you got to think what does that mean for Will Shipley? You know what I'm saying? Will Shipley also could be a kick returner and all that. Maybe they do run it back by committee. We don't know what the plans is for this new offensive coordinator. So we got to see, where AJ Dillon fits in. But a lot of people was worried, wanting that bruiser back, and AJ Dillon could be that, especially if he stays healthy.
Right, Max.
For me, I'm gonna give it a solid B. because of his injuries. I'm not big on him coming back from injuries. But when you look on the other side of the coin, he's got a great offensive line. He's running with Saquon Barkley, who's the best running back in the league right now. He doesn't have to do enough. He's with Will Shipley. I'm kind of curious what they're going to do with him with Will Shipley. I will be fine with Will Shipley at the 2. But A.J. Dillon with the tush push, that's going to be a whole different level. So I'm going to give it a solid B.
Yeah, I'm giving it a solid B. He's a solid 2. It's just what they're going to do with Will Shipley. That's my thing. And like y'all said, the injury history. We gotta talk about the injury history. Will he be healthy? Will he not be? Like that's the injury history is the reason why I'll give it a solid B. Like you guys, Shipley is a nut. Let me see this one. Shipley is a nothing burger, fast but not shiffy, and goes down if you breathe on him. Okay. Yeah. What up, Paul? Josh Uze, Mitch, what's your grade and reaction to him?
I really like this move. He had 20, what was it? He had like 20 and a half sacks throughout his entire career. He had a double-digit sack season a couple years ago. He's a guy that you can pretty much I can see him getting double-digit sacks this year. He's very young and very athletic. Liked him for the Kansas City Chiefs, so I'm going to give it a solid A-.
Yep. King?
So I'm hoping that he comes back and when he was with the Patriots, I feel like that he actually balled out that year with the Chiefs. When he has opportunities, you've seen some spark, but he really had a down year. I feel like that honestly. I think he in the Super Bowl. I think he was a healthy scratch. I think he was. But from what I've seen on tape and everything like that, I feel like that he's another one that I feel like, he can make a whole big splash, at edge. He can actually be the guy that played in the game and know and can show Nolan Smith a move or two to get better at his craft. He was great last year, but he can actually do that. He can also be one of those guys that could come in and say, hey, I deserve to be in the NFL. Don't sleep on me. Like I said, a lot of guys took the 1-year deal, and he's one of those guys that I feel like can make an impact on this squad, especially if it stays the way it is now. So, we still got a long way to go, but as of right now, I'd like to pick up. I'm gonna give it a solid A. I'm gonna give it a solid A.
Yep. I'm gonna give it a solid A as well. It was a good pickup. Now he was a healthy scratch, like you said, King. So it depends on what he did with the Chiefs. So it depends. But I'm with you guys. I'll give it a solid A as well. Harrison Bryant, King. The next guy, what grade would you give him?
I mean, the same as the other tight end that we signed. We got to see. We got to see who's going to have that chemistry with Jalen Hurts. That's what I'm worried about, because if you get rid of somebody like Dallas Goedert, somebody that got the chemistry regardless of how many games he missed in the season, he got that chemistry with Jalen Hurts. I got to see which guy going to have that, or if we get somebody else. So as of right now, I can't call it. It gotta be incomplete, man. I ain't gonna keep doing that with the tight ends, because I feel like that they just fill-ins for right now until how we figure out what you want to do with the tight end position, man. Tomorrow we could wake up and Dallas Goedert get the Josh Sweat treatment, and then he got to take a prove it deal and lower that cap, and now he's playing for like $2 million instead of the $11 million hit that we going to take, and then that could free up some money as well. So we don't know what could happen, but Harrison, I feel like that, he's a good, solid tight end. And you don't have to really, with guys like those two that we got, you don't really got to worry about them getting the yards either. And that plays a factor, because now you can focus more on the wide receiver 3 and everything like that. So yeah, I'm happy about it.
Yep. Mitch?
Just adds tight end depth for me to prepare, like I said before, preparing to trade Dallas Goedert. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna give it a B. I'll give it a solid B.
Yeah, I'll give it an incomplete like King because I don't know what he's gonna do. Before we get to the next guy, what's y'all thoughts on Dallas Goedert rumor? Y'all think we're gonna keep him? Y'all think we're gonna trade him? What's your thoughts, King? We'll start with you before we get.
No,
Hey, AK. AK to the
Hey,
chat.
AK.
What is up, bro?
Hey, AK.
no, we not. We're not going to keep him only because unless, like I said, unless that happens, whereas though he do the Josh Sweat thing because he want to stay with the team. If he doesn't do that, then and I'm pretty sure they actually talked to him about all the whole different scenarios that can happen, and that's why they came out and said, or not they, but rumors have it that they came out and said, you know, hey, go seek a trade. He's not laying off for that number. I know went into it coming off of the Super Bowl. You're up there in age, about what 30. Yeah, I wouldn't either. But who's going to want that? People are looking at it as a stalemate. That's Dallas Goedert is really a stalemate because a lot of guys are looking at the injury history. They're looking at everything that comes with Dallas Goedert, honestly, and I feel like that. A lot of teams are just waiting for us to release him.
Right, Mitch.
Yeah, he's gone. I don't think he's going to be here. It's a good time to actually put him on the trade market, especially after we won the Super Bowl. His value is going to be up a little bit higher. So with Dallas Goedert on the move, you get to prepare for the next couple of years. And a lot of teams are looking for blocking tight ends, and he's one of the best when healthy. So when healthy, he could do all that. So I really liked him here. I did. He was a great piece, and yeah, he's out of here.
Yeah, I really don't want him to go, but I kind of agree with you guys. This might be his last time on Broad Street. So if they might. Yep. Hey, he went in game 30. For me, it's like he gotta stay healthy more. For me to keep him, he gotta stay healthy more. That's my only concern with Dallas Goedert. He gotta stay healthy more. So if he stays, great. If this the end, thank you for your service. So let's go to the final two. Let's start with DTR, Mitch, backup quarterback. So what's your grade for DTR?
DTR, I honestly think he's going to be the third string. I think Tanner McKee's going to take the second spot here. It is what it is. We got a quarterback in a trade. So, I don't know. C, I guess. So.
Yeah. Go ahead, King.
I didn't like this move at all, honestly. I hate the whole he got the same skill set of Jalen Hurts and all that. Okay, he scrambles and he throws the ball. I don't like this move at all. It's a couple years removed that we should have got him. But overall, man, like Mitch said, he's going to be third string if he stays on the team. He's going to be probably the guy that's going to be in and out of the lineup like Ian Book or somebody was. Like it's going to be like that. It's not going. It's not going to be him in the lineup and playing any reps. Honestly, knock on wood, because we don't know what can happen. It is football, but this is incomplete for me because, like I said, he's not going to see anything. Only thing he would probably be able to help do is help us or be that guy in practice that's acting like one of those shifty running quarterbacks to help the defense out. That's basically all he gonna be there for. So, like I said, it's an incomplete for me.
Yep. It's a C minus D plus for me. It's like you brought up a backup quarterback because Kenny Pickett got traded, I guess. So it's like an incomplete. DTR a good practice dummy for the D line,
That's what I
but
was saying.
yep, he's right. He's like a backup dummy.
No, he's
That's why I said
calling him like
incomplete.
one of those guys in the car. What is that thing? Like in the commercials, you put him there, and it's just
Mhm.
like watch him get rammed. That's basically what AK said.
Yep. Oh, in hardcore sports, I gave you a wrench on the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel, so I gave you a wrench. So
Awesome.
yep. And the final guy before we get to the departures are Kenyon Green. So start us off, Mitch.
I like this move. I honestly did. At first, I was upset because, whole Gardner Johnson thing. But when you look at it, look who we have as our offensive line coach, Jeff Stoutland. He could turn anyone into an all-pro. Look what he did with Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton went to, where did he go again?
Chargers.
He went to the Chargers on a 2-year deal. So with Jeff Stoutland helping Kenyon Green here, he's just a depth at first, but Kenyon Green is going to move up. Just watch. He's going to move up in the depth charts. And with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson being gone, it is what it is because it was involved in a trade. So it had to deal with the off-field stuff, try to get young guys for the O-line depth. That's what it is. I really like this move. So, oh my God, AK said that's hardcore, bro. Bruh. Yeah, I'll give it like a B. I'll give it a B again. I like this.
Yep. King?
We just got to see what comes of it, man. A lot of people were emotional because he was a part of that trade with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and then a lot of people, especially after Mekhi Becton got signed by the Chargers, everybody was saying that this guy's not going to be it. But I'm not looking for him to be that guy. I'm looking for him to be a depth piece to learn under Stoutland to see what he could get out of it. Like, this is more of a Stoutland's project than a guy that's going to start right away. And he can shock everybody. He can really shock everybody. But as of right now, man, if I gotta give a grade, I would say a D plus, man, because of the tape that I saw on this guy. He gets beat a lot. And we got a standard here in Philadelphia. It's more so, Mekhi Becton was a great run blocker. That's why him and Saquon Barkley had that chemistry. But Tyler Steen, especially when he was in games, he did some good jobs, man, and that's only because the reps was minimized because he got in for injuries and everything. But when he was in, especially last season, I think we were 4-0 with him taking snaps.
Yep.
So I'm not too concerned about Tyler Steen. He just got to get better at run blocking. And hopefully, Lane Johnson being there, and that's one of the guys that he wanted there instead of 2 years ago he didn't want Cam Jerkins at the right guard. He wanted Tyler Steen there, so hopefully that he can mold him to being able to play consistent snaps for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm excited to see where Tyler Steen goes. But for Kenyon Green, I just think that this is a Stoutland project.
Yeah, I think it's a Stoutland project as well. I'll give it a solid D plus. So I'll give it a solid D plus as well. So let's get to the departures. And King, out of all these, Oron Burks to the Bengals, Paris Campbell to the Cowboys, Mekhi Becton to the Chargers, Sweat to the Cardinals, Mekhi Becton to the Patriots, Kenneth Gainwell to the Steelers.
Milton Williams to the Patriots.
Yeah, Milton Williams to the Patriots, Kenneth Gainwell to the Steelers, along with Slay, Isaiah Rodgers to Minnesota, and James Bradbury. He just plain released. So out of these 9 departures, which ones was you okay with? Which ones pissed you off? And before we do that, trades, you didn't see it. We traded Chauncey and we traded Kenneth Gainwell as well. So which of these departures did you like and did you didn't like?
Oh, man. I liked all of them, but James Bradbury. James Bradbury should have been on this team, man. I'm joking.
Damn.
I am joking. I am playing.
I know
around.
you are.
Honestly, man, I'm happy to see everybody go. Honestly, everybody just go and get their bag. Darius Slay wanted to play with Mike Tomlin. He said that plenty of times. Even though he said he wanted to play for anybody, he was just out there being, a streetwalker for any football team. But go ahead and get your money, man. They're gonna be wanting you to play like Big Play Slay in Detroit. They want you to tackle and do all those things at 34. So let's just see in that cold weather, because it gets colder in Pittsburgh than here. I'll tell you that. Isaiah Rodgers, man, I'm hopeful that he starts and Pavel. I think he's with the Vikings, right?
Yep. Isaiah
Yeah,
Rodgers is with the Vikings. Hold on, let me put
yeah.
this
But the,
down.
the
Yep.
difficult part. So the difficult part about Slay and Isaiah Rodgers, they gotta see some very good wide receivers. They got to. They got to see the Detroit Lions twice. They got to see Green Bay Packers twice. The Bears is coming along. If they keep up the chemistry and everything like that, and the moves that they made was great. Darius Slay got to see the Ravens twice. They got to see the Bengals twice. You know what I'm saying? He just put himself in a whole bind. You know, Darius Slay got banged up mostly almost every week that we played. Even though he finished out the game on certain games, but yeah, he got banged up a couple times, man. Kenneth Gainwell, I'm hopeful that he could get some carries in running back by committee. Um, he's betting on himself right after the Super Bowl, so good luck to him. No hard feelings to any of these guys. Milton Williams, uh, Milton Williams got his money. He got his money, even though a lot of people are saying that Milton Williams wasn't even that good once we lost him because of the whole Jalen Carter situation, getting double teamed and all that. But that's another story. I think Milton Williams is great. I think Milton Williams show up. I think Milton Williams do a lot more than any D tackle in the league. That's not a megastar. Josh Sweat, he deserved his money, man. I already knew that his happy-go-lucky self was going to go with Jonathan again. I already knew the move was going to happen. They've been talking. He said they've been talking right before the Super Bowl. They was talking, so not to the point where it was tampering or anything, but they was just pointers and stuff like that. That's what he was saying. Mekhi Becton is going to be missed. I would be stupid to say that he won't be missed. He's easy to replace because right now, as you look at the right guards on the team, he's not easy to replace until we forget about him. It's almost like all this is almost like the Hassan Reddick thing.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of the year, we was like, "Oh, Hassan Reddick, man, why would you do that? Why would you let him walk?" And then we start looking at Bryce Huff and like, "Yo, Bryce Huff is not doing anything." And then BG gets hurt, but then you got guys showing up and you're like, yo, forget all that. We just won the Super Bowl. So I feel like that, Mekhi Becton, he's missed right now, but I feel like that, that's an easy and emotional patch that we can actually get over. The hell with Paris Campbell. I don't care about him. He didn't really do too much, but motion. He motioned a lot. You got a steps in. Oren Burks, man, I'm happy for him getting his vendetta. We said it as Eagles fans that we wanted our vendetta against the Chiefs, but he deserved the vendetta against the Chiefs after what happened to him last year. And unfortunately, we lose him to the Bengals, but hey, anything is possible, man. You could actually check the waiver wire or whoever gets cut before they come up with the 53-man rosters and probably pick some guys up and get some gems. But until then, man, I'm happy for all those guys. I don't know if you want to go to trade next or you want Mitch to go to the free agency.
No, you can go to trade. You can go to trade, and then we'll pass it to Mitch for everything.
All right, sounds good.
CJ Gardner-Johnson, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people like Marina. She also said that CJ Gardner-Johnson is guys in the draft that's up there or could make us forget about CJ Gardner-Johnson. I'm just paraphrasing. That's not true at all, man. You got a guy that just brought energy and that attitude back into the secondary, and everybody played with that attitude, man. He even made Quinyon Mitchell just come out of his character, not out of his shell, I should say. He probably was a trash talker as well, like he did with Mike Williams, and other guys too. Scary Terry, he was trash talking him too. But CJ brought that back, man. And my favorite moment when CJ Gardner Johnson was here last year was Super Bowl when Travis Kelce thought he caught a pass and he got chipped by CJ, and CJ Gardner Johnson put his hands behind his back and just was looking at him. I like that because you setting the tone. He was a tone setter, a guy that really wanted to be here. Unfortunately, he was going to want more money. The first time we had CJ Gardner Johnson, in 2022, it was kind of difficult to pay him what he was looking for because that was his first full season in the NFL as a safety. But now you gotta, make sure that he gets his money, and you gotta take the $8 million hit next season if you keep him, and then y'all be back at the drawing board looking at 11 million for the following season. So you don't want to, go through that. I don't know what's up with Marina Sands right now. He wasn't average. This boy he led the team both times he was with the Eagles in interceptions. One time, a lot of people blame. One time, a lot of people was blaming in 2022. They blamed the blitz and us getting sacks and us causing the turnovers up front. We didn't have a sack in the Super Bowl. We didn't have that many sacks as we did in 2022, and he still led the team in interceptions. So I don't understand why people now he's average because he's off the team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Who else got traded?
Kenneth Game, not Kenneth. Our other quarterback, Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, go to the next topic. All right, let Mitch start. I don't want to talk about him.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead, Mitch.
I think I gotta say this before I go into it. We're gonna see Kenny Pickett versus Mason Rudolph one day this season. Let that sink in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane. But I'm gonna start off with Slay. Thank you for everything, but I'm kind of happy he's gone because of the attitude, him hopping on different podcasts, him calling out CJ or him and that whole thing with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That's not the kind of vibes we need here, right? We don't like now that he hops on to like Micah Parsons' podcast. He hops on to this guy, that guy, or whatever. Like back in the day, like Brian Dawkins wouldn't go on that. Troy Vincent would not go on that. Javon Kurtz, no. I'm just like, Slay is starting to get into that time where he's got to hang it up because I thought he was going to retire after him saying, look, my last game in Lincoln Financial Field, well, he kept true to his word. He's going to another team now. So I think he should have retired, but that's a whole nother story. Josh Sweat, I knew it was coming. I knew that was going to happen. Very good player. He was on a prove-it deal like King said earlier. For me, I am going to miss him. He was just that guy who always was going to take no chances. Take all the chances in the world and do what he had to do. I'm going to miss him. Kenneth Gainwell, it is what it is. It is what it is. Have fun over there in Steelers with Darius Slay. Have fun. Isaiah Rodgers, I hope he starts because whenever he played here, he made a huge impact each time he was on the field. Milton Williams, he took a risk. He was one of the best guys in the free agency. He was like, look, I deserve my bag. Let's go. Boom, I got it. Happy for Milton Williams. Owen Burks, you get your money. You did your thing. Mekhi Becton, I thought he was staying. I thought it was going to be him and Bond, but it took a little while for Becton to actually get a deal. Then he just took a 2-year, $20 million from the Chargers. So it is what it is there. Paris Campbell, why would you go to Dallas? I'm just wondering, why would you go to Dallas? What do they have next? James Bradbury, I have no clue. Like, it is what it is. So with the trades now, right? Who was it? Kenny Pickett. Have fun in Cleveland.
Kenny Pickett and Chauncey.
Correct me if I'm wrong about Chauncey. Didn't he lead the league when he had most people get past him? I forget the terminology it was. He would keep on getting blown out or something. It was like 9 of them. He led the league in that. But Gardner-Johnson, it's all about the long-term plan, like my guy AK said. It's not about the now. Well, but Gardner-Johnson, he's not the long-term plan. He's the guy who's like, okay, we got one, move up to the next one. It is called, what is it? Get assets and flip. He was an asset. You flipped him. And it is what it is. Gardner-Johnson, good luck over there. Good luck over there, too. That's basically me, how I take it.
Yep. And for me, I'm going to start with the trades. Chauncey, thank you for all that you do. You're going to be missed here in Philly, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I wish he would stay, but good luck to the Houston Texans. Kenny Pickett, c'est la vie. Oren Burks, enjoy the Bengals. Hopefully, you make that defense a lot better than it already is. Paris Campbell,
Dallas Cowboy trash.
That's my response to that. Mekhi Becton, that's the one that touched my heart because that offense was good with him. But like King DV said, I trust Tyler Steen. Sweaty, I knew you was going to be gone. Same for Milton Williams. Kenneth Gainwell, I hope you gain well with the Steelers. I did that one for Mitch. I hope you gain well with the Steelers. Slay, I'm going to miss Jen and the banana pudding. But thank you for your service. Same for Isaiah Rogers. If Smitty was here, he would have a celebration about James Bradbury. I'm just letting y'all know right now. If Smitty was here, he would have had a celebration with James Bradbury. But thank you all for what you do to the Philadelphia Eagles, James Bradbury. And yeah, it is what it is on those departures. So before we wrap it up, the Philadelphia Eagles will have 20 picks in both the 2025 and 2026 draft. So, Mitch, what's your reaction to that? Having like a couple of picks in the 2025 and a couple of picks in 2026.
Like I said before, Howie Roseman's thinking about the long-term game. He's thinking about 5, 6, 7 years right there, getting all the assets. Maybe he'll trade them this off in the draft. We have the 32nd pick. He can use something to move up. He can use something to move back. So it's all about leverage with Howie Roseman and what he gets. So it's all about leverage. That's all I got.
Yep. Kane?
It's just Howie Roseman being Howie Roseman. We shouldn't be surprised at this point. We had our cap account pick, so of course he's looking to see how he can move up to try to get one of these safeties in the draft. If not, then he'll try to snag a player. A lot of people are talking about Justice Simmons and everything like that. So, it could be a sign and trade. It's a lot of things that can occur with these picks with him. And hey, anything is liable to happen, man. So I'm happy that Howie Roseman is thinking about the future. He's smartened up. And the only mistake that he made, honestly, was the Bryce Huff situation, that contract. Now, if it was like Bryce, if it was like a Josh Sweat contract before this contract, then I'd have been okay with it. But $17 million a year, that's not good. So he's trying to dump that. And honestly, it's probably going to cost us to lose rather than the gain. So we shall see.
Yep. For me, listen, that's 20 starters that can be a part of this Eagles roster, and I get why he's doing it because you're going to have to pay some of these guys. I mean, Jalen, AJ, Devontae, hopefully got it, but we'll see. Saquon, Lane, Jordan Mailata, Leonard Dickerson, all paid until at least 2028 and beyond. It's Cam Jurgens you got to pay. It's Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, Mr. Carter, Nolan Smith, Kelly Ringo. It's these guys, the Georgia Bulldogs, that you got to pay. So I understand why Howie Roseman doing it because you got to pay most of the dogs. You got to pay Cam Jurgens. You got to pay your key core. It's Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. It's Jalen Carter. It's Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean, and Jordan Davis. And, of course, it's Jalen, AJ, Devontae, Saquon, and most of the offensive line. You got to pay your core stars, and that's what Howie Roseman is trying to do. So I get why he's gathering up those picks. Jordan Davis already got his contract.
No,
I didn't see it. No, he didn't.
He didn't get his contract yet.
No, he didn't.
No,
He's close.
not yet.
He's not yet.
They got to make the option if they're going to pick up that option, that 5th-year option, and then or also they have to make the decision to try to extend him. If they extend him, then it depends on what he's willing to work with. Health wise for him, especially if he's used to it, I feel like that he should stay here and just get the extension the way how he's going to structure it up. because Howie doesn't use franchise tags. So
Yeah, he don't. He don't.
we just gotta see when that comes. Period. But at the end of the day, I think Jordan Davis is a big part of this defense, especially on the run game, the run stop. And yeah, I think Jordan Davis should be here. He's going to be here.
Yeah.
I
What's your
actually
thoughts on-
have something. Hold on. You're going to find this kind of weird, but I saw this online. I think it was a content creator who said this that called Jordan Davis a bust for getting drafted where he's at and, just like not be on the field the whole time, which I was just laughing. I wish I could find that clip. I got to find that clip, then I'll show you. I got to find it.
Yeah. Yeah, but
It's going to take me a while. I got to like deep dive.
right.
Jordan Davis, honestly, because it works. Like we seen it work with him being that defensive tackle that comes in the first, maybe the second down and then get out the game, because now you're probably causing the quarterback to have to throw the ball. He's not the best pass rusher on a game, where that's where Milton Williams came in at. That's where Moro Jomo came in at. That's where these other guys came in at. So yeah, you didn't need him to be that, but when he's in the game, the run game does. You don't get Derrick Henry not going off on us without him. You don't get other running backs that that could have went crazy on us. You don't get that. And Jordan Davis helped with that. Regardless of how many snaps that he played, he was effective. And the icing on the cake is when he get the sack. I was shocked when Jordan Davis sacked Jaden Daniels. He got right back up. I'm like, yo, that's too pause, but it's too big of a guy to be tackling you like that. But no, Jordan Davis need to be here, man. We're gonna miss that run defense if he's not here. I'm telling y'all that now. Unless we get somebody that's just like him, we gonna miss it.
Yep. You're gonna miss a lot when they gone. So just remember that, y'all. So with that, yeah, y'all, that's all we got time for B.O.B.S, man. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment. Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel, all of our channels, King DV and Mitch, along with me, Simone, One Trey Rock, and Smitty, the whole crew. So with that, let's give our final thoughts. Start us off, King.
Oh man. Everybody just remain patient. Just stay patient and we root for the guys. I always say this every year after every season. We only root for the Eagles. Regardless of how much you fall in love with these players, no matter how much and all that, they worried about their family, they worried about their personal lives, and then they also, some of them, like Jalen Hurts, and other guys, they're worried about winning. They're worried about winning Super Bowls and the legacy. Saquon Barkley is worried about the same thing. AJ Brown and them, they're coming along, but they worried about getting those rings. That's what's going to happen here. So at the end of the day, man, we've been patient. Just be Eagles fans, man. I know we love those guys that left, Isaiah Rodgers, the CJ Gardner-Johnson, and those guys. But look, better is coming. Better is coming, man. And if we got to get younger to do so, especially on the defensive end, that's a great way for Vic Fangio to keep his job alive, man. When you get up there in age, you don't want to keep going through it with vets and people that have been in the game that could talk back, like when he was with Miami. So you got young guys that want to be sponges and want to be dogs for him and all that. Look, everything is set up the way it is for a reason. I'm happy that we're getting younger and we got some fresh blood in here to the point where we can see what they do and how we can still make moves. I think we just gotta trust in Howie.
Yep, Mitch.
Howie knows what he's doing. Everyone's got to relax. It's only move by move. Howie Roseman is playing chess, not checkers. People got to realize that. Yes, it hurt with Gardner-Johnson. I was upset at first. It was just like with all these moves that Howie is making, it's starting to make sense now after you unravel, after you dissect it. It makes sense. And people were just like, in the beginning, they were not making any moves in the beginning. And people were like, where are these moves? Where Eagles, do something. Howie, what are you doing? Now we're getting moves and you're mad about it? Like, you got to stick to one side, man. Just stick to one side. I trust Howie Roseman. He's doing great things. He sees the future, and I see a dynasty here.
Yep, and my final words to y'all is listen, you got Jeffrey Lurie, you got Howie Roseman, you got Nick Sirianni, you got Jalen freaking Hurts. That's all you need. As long as I got those four, we going to be all right. As long as I got the ownership of Jeffrey Lurie that takes care of the players, Howie Roseman gathering up the money, Nick Sirianni and the coaching staff coaching, and the leadership of my quarterback, Jalen freaking Hurts, we going to be all right. Just focus on being those reigning, defending, undisputed NFL Super Bowl champions of the world. Go relax. Be patient. Take a chill pill. Go after these Cowboy fans or Giant fans, Commander fans, Chiefs fans. Go after them. Don't go after each other because Howie Roseman ain't making no move. Go after these other fan base. Go after Michael Parsons' brother, like some people are doing. I had to put it out there. But at the end of the day, Eagles Nation, I know. Go after these other people, not each other, because we the champs. Let's remain the champs. And for King DV, Mitch, Simone, Trigger, Smitty, and your boy, fly, Eagles, fly, go Birds. And just remember, you're always welcome to Broad Street. Lights out.